Are you cold right now?
A little, yeah.
Little? Well, if you were in Chinatown in SF, you would have been warmed up recently because
Okay, why?
there was a large bonfire in the middle of the street.
That is not surprising, but I don't know the reason why.
So the reason may or may not, probably won't surprise you. There is a certain company that drives around autonomously in SF, and it's not Cruise.
That's not Cruise. Okay, which one is it?
Waymo.
Waymo. Okay.
So Waymo, the Google-owned company, autonomous driving company, is now faced with another problem where during Chinese New Year celebrations, a autonomous vehicle was lit on fire in the middle of the street.
Not surprising for San
Not
Francisco.
surprising?
But yeah, not surprising for San Francisco. A lot of stuff happens there.
Because I think before, as we've seen, there's been like kind of more petty, not petty, but like humorous crimes. They were putting traffic cones on top of the cruise cars.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, because they put it on there, like the cars would stop because of the sensors would be like, oh, there's something on the hood, and so can't continue. But this one, it took it a step even further, where they broke the windows and set it on fire.
You know what though? I wonder. First off, I wonder why. Because the thing is, like, I do know that there has been like a lot of unrest recently with some of these cars. It's like
You think it's because of that?
I don't know. That's what I think that it might be, because we've covered some stories that they've been a nuisance in the city. So it might be for some other reason. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, my thoughts are probably going to be more that I think it's just people taking advantage of a situation and like escalation. But we'll continue the discussion after you consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. We come out with interesting videos on interesting topics like this one daily. So if you want to continue keeping up with interesting topics like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So I think it's just like an escalation. So like they saw an opportunity to go crazy, and they just went for it. This one's like, oh, you know what? There's already fireworks. There's fire going on. There's a party.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like this takes like one person to like, oh, you know, like, hey, look at that thing. Let's throw a rock at it. And it's like, oh, let's like draw on it. Then there's like, bam.
Yeah, then it goes too far. It kind of reminds me of like the bus that was overturned in San Francisco. That was like $1 million.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because it was I forgot which celebration it was. Like a Bay team that had gone through and won like a game, and people got overly excited during a celebration.
Probably the Warriors.
It might have been the Warriors, and then they overturned a bus that was like $1 million. I think all those people got like sued or something like that.
For $1 million, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I don't know where they're gonna get $1 million.
Yeah, the bus was $1 million because it was like refurnished or it was redone or something like that. But I do remember something like that happening. I thought it was like it hit a boiling point or something with all these electric or all these autonomous vehicles.
Yeah, so I mean, there's been some other things that this Waymo car has done. So recently, a Waymo car actually hit a cyclist in SF. So I don't know if it's because of that, like that.
No, I don't think so. I mean, like a cruise car didn't get caught on fire after.
Random. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah. Because like, I mean, yeah, that was even way worse. So for context, the Waymo car hitting the cyclist was fine. They only had minor like scrapes, but the other one was a cruise car, and it like ran them over and dragged them across.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible by comparison. So I don't know. People were trying to paint it as the city was fed up with these tech companies and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if that is exactly the case, because I feel like there would have been more opportunities to destroy more cars.
Yeah,
like
true.
Not just this one in Chinatown.
Yeah,
there could have been like, you know, I think there's probably like over 100 in SF. So I don't know if this would be like I feel like there'd be other opportunities to mess with them.
Yeah, I think you are right though. I think that it's not that it hit a boiling point, but I do think that it's probably more likely than not someone taking advantage of a situation and going a little too far
A little too far,
or a lot too far, destroying a vehicle like this. You know, it's so interesting that they would even do this because like that is a car like with cameras inside and out.
inside. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's inside and out. It's like constantly reporting back. But yeah, here's some video or some images of what's going on, and it's like this thing is like up in flames. They were throwing fireworks inside, and at the end it was just literally
it's like so destroyed. It's so charred.
it's just wheels.
Yeah.
So the crazy thing is that they are gonna go try to find these people. They haven't found them yet, but they're trying to find out who did it because this is apparently a federal crime because you can't be vandalizing or destroying property used in interstate commerce, supposedly.
No.
And I didn't realize that this was an interstate commerce vehicle, I guess.
I didn't know that either, but
I guess it
classified
would.
as that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because it's like a taxi, I guess. I mean, they have different places where they have these.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's going to be big trouble for the people that destroyed this vehicle or the people who participated in destroying this vehicle. And like I mentioned, it's like a car with cameras inside and out. So
yeah,
they're obviously gonna have they do probably already have the data on the people or the faces of the people who did this.
Yeah, and also like in the area, there's a lot of cameras from all the stores and stuff. So there's also that.
It makes me wonder. I wonder if maybe testing it outside San Francisco would be a little better. But I do understand the rationale of testing inside a big city all these cars.
Yeah, I mean, I think SF, if it can work in SF, which is full of hills and it's all like a bunch of one ways and all this other stuff, I think they're picking the most difficult places.
Yeah, which makes sense. But at the same time, it's like things like this do happen where people go too far and like they end up like vandalizing, destroying, and doing all these things to these vehicles because they know it's like
there's no one there.
There's no one in it. There's no one inside. And like, how are they going to catch someone in such a big city?
Yeah, so I guess the last part of the discussion is like, do you think this is going to stop or do you think this is going to encourage people? I feel like if they don't catch them, there's going to be a lot more of these burned down cars.
I think there's going to be pressure to catch these people. My personal opinion is like the companies are going to push to try to get someone, in there to be like, hey, this is what's
take the
gonna
fall
happen
at
to
least.
you. Yeah, to take the fall and be like, this is what happens when you mess with
these vehicles. Yeah, because I'm just thinking like, man, I mean, I don't know, because on one point they might just vandalize and destroy them, but then another point, like maybe they just go and like steal stuff off the thing, like steal the wheels off.
But if you think about it, though, like I don't think that this has been happening because there's a lot of these vehicles with literally no one driving them, but you never hear of them getting broken into. You hear about regular people's car getting broken into.
That is true.
Because they have like luggages, backpacks, all these other things in the car, but you never really hear about like the autonomous vehicles.
But now I think it might become more of a target.
There's
just
nothing
because
to steal. Can you
I mean, you can steal like a lot of stuff.
Imagine this. You're trying to steal the wheels off of this car, and
Yep.
there's constantly cameras on you.
Yep.
So you're obviously going to get caught, and they're going to catch the vehicle.
Nope.
And the thing is, they could report it right away because it's kind of a live feed. Because the data is being reported back.
It's going to be put on blocks.
It's going to be put on blocks.
Take everything.
We've noticed that this autonomous vehicle, hasn't been moving for a while. Let's check the cameras. All the wheels gone.
All the wheels gone. Engines gone. All this other stuff. I mean, I don't know. I do think that it's going to lead to more crimes of opportunity because, like, yeah, if they don't do anything about it, they're going to be like, oh, easy target. And they're going to go after them.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I could see that too.
And it's just like, I don't know. There's a lot of just like frustration, and I do think like people are just doing it to let off steam or like just to be a menace, just like destroy stuff, which isn't really anything new, but
not new for the city.
No, definitely not. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that this is an isolated incident and they'll get them, or I think it's just going to be that they're not going to be able to find these people.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, to be honest, if they do catch someone.
Yeah, and I wonder if this will happen in other places or if it'll just be here. Because there's always going to be a copycat. Like they need to go even bigger. Like if the person doesn't get caught, they're going to be like, I need to go even more crazy. Let's get more wild with it. They're going to like,
true.
Yeah, like push it into the bay.
Oh my God, if they did that, that'd be crazy.
But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below.